Hey guys, this is Emo Tempest here, coming to you with another deck profile. Today I want to talk about Harpies. I know a lot of people have been, well, now recently with the confirmation of Joey's Legendary Collection Joey, there's a lot of hype for it. But one of my good friends here, Warsaw's a Wall, as you guys have probably known him from my previous videos, has been topping at locals a lot recently with Harpies. And yeah, he's been playing Harpies since we got Tachyon with Chandler and what's the other card that we got in
Hysteric Sign.
And Hysteric Sign, exactly.
It's the best.
It is. It really is. It kind of has the same thing as Dragons, where it can, if it drops a Hysteric Sign, it can make plays and still have the great hand recovery that it that it does. So yeah, Warsaw's gonna show us his deck, and tell you guys some of the plays. Warsaw.
All right. We'll start with the monsters. One very beat up Harpy's Pet Dragon. It's really hard to get, but if you get your hands on it, hold on to it. Triple Chandler. Let's see. This is your rank 7 plays, but this is basically one of the heart and the engine of the deck. Triple Harpy Queen. Let's see. Triple Cyber Harpy Lady, who's always considered a Harpy Lady, whether she's in your deck, your graveyard, your field, your pocket, wherever she's at, she's considered a Harpy Lady. I do run 2 Veilers in the main. I run a Zephyros and 2 Summoner Monks. This is for Hysteric Sign. It goes off when you use his effect. All right. Let me go with the spells now. One ofs, Book of Moon, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy, Avarice. I'm not very fond of this card actually. I'm going to get rid of it. So if you're going to avoid playing it, avoid play it. And 1 Forbidden Lance. That's the one ofs. And then we play Triple Hysteric Sign. This is the engine of the deck. This is the heart and soul of it. This gets you your huge plays and everything. I'll explain this later. But yeah, play 3. If you're playing less than 3, you're playing this deck wrong. Triple Hunting Ground. No more MSTs. This is what's going to get rid of all your opponent's back rows. Opponent back row means nothing to you anymore. This deck takes care of it perfectly, and this field handles it very well. Play triple. And I actually play 2 Elegant Egotist, and I'll explain later, but 2 is very, very good. Onto the traps. Solemn Duo. Torrential is amazing. Play 2. It gets rid of everywhere from Draco Sack to Master of Blades, who's now a very, very big problem. And it just gets rid of a lot of basically problems that you can't target with, things like that. I do play Compulse for the Draco Sack mainly, just to get rid of him. He's a nuisance. 2 Fiendish Chains. Still a very good card, and I do play the Zephyros, so you can always bounce it back and it's still pretty live. And Hysteric Party. This card is really, 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 really good. It's basically, what's that card? For the fire thing that brings it back. Rekindling. It's Rekindling on crack for the Harpy Ladies. And there's, I don't know, this card is just really great. The way it's played though, there's a ruling on it. You can pitch like as many times as you want after you activate it, you know. It's not a once per turn thing. If you happen to pitch, it reborns everything, so your opponent torrentials, pitch another card again, and it brings them right back. So yes, you can play this card more than once per turn. Play 3 of them. And that's actually the deck. Let me go into the, I guess, extra deck. I technically play 2 Master Blades, but I just have 1 for right now. I'm lending the other one out. Then I'm playing Ice Beast, Zero Fine, 1 Cowboy, Dweller, Black Ship, Photon, Papilla Operative, Queen Dragon the Djinn, because you can recycle your pet dragon a lot in this deck. It's pretty good. Mace Choke and Gem Knight Pearl for the Ophion, which this deck has no problem with at all. People summon Ophion, it's like, sure, I don't care. It's gonna get wrecked anyways. Harpies does that. The MVPs of the extra deck are the Shockmasters, which you go into a lot. Double Lightning Chidori, which you also go into a lot. And the heart and soul of the deck is 2 Phantasmal Dragons, and this deck does go into it a lot. And it is a pain in the butt to handle. The fact that you cannot target it for an attack or any sort of effect is beyond godlike.
No blasters, no compulses. Right now, the format, no one's playing Mirror Force and D-Prison, so it's going to get around.
D-Prison targets.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So never mind.
I wouldn't care less about D-Prison.
There you go.
But Fiendish Chain, Breakthrough Skill, Compulse, Veiler, any sort of monster effect, whether it be Scrap Dragon or anything from Insectors or anything that targets, it's just you just cannot access this card. So, and it attacks directly 2,000, so it's pretty good. All right, now the side deck. The side deck is a no-brainer in this deck. It is 2 Maxi. I actually have the Maxis in the side, not the main, only because I'm pretty explosive already, but with good draw power comes great responsibility. Triple goes in match because you are playing Wing Beasts and you're playing Wind all day long, so those cards are really good with you. So you throw Triple Rivalry in there as well, and it's amazing. And also, if you want to shit on your opponents some more, Triple Imperial Wall. That's mainly the 3 cards I'm always siding into, and this is what's hurting the meta right now. It's the fact that, think about Constellars, everything is a different type. Evil Storm, same thing, different types. Dragons need that graveyard, need that out of play, their second hand basically. They can't have it, they can't win. I played 2 Mind Drain and 1 Shadow Imprisoned Mirror, just in case something shadowy comes out.
Shadowy.
Mind Drain I haven't even used. I'm not really scared of hand traps. I mean, this deck, the only thing that happens is if you start to explode with Harpies and they do drop Maxi, commit to the play, because there's no recovering with them that well, and that is one of their downsides. But just commit to the play. You'll be happy that you did when you bring out, a Phantasmal Dragon, and regardless of how many cards they drew, they still have no out to it. And a lot of people aren't playing Dark Hole for some weird reason. So this is another reason why he's going to stay on the field a lot. That's the deck. If you guys want, I can show you some simple standard plays. One being this and this. Alright, so basically what you do, first turn, Summoner Monk. Even if they Veiler it, I mean, you still have to pitch for cost. One thing about Hysteric Sign, if you do decide to activate it and attempt to go for the Elegant Egotist, you cannot activate its second effect, even if it gets sent, whatever. You just cannot do it on the same turn. On the other downside is if you try to attempt to get the Elegant Egotist with its first effect and it gets MST'd, you may not attempt to activate the second effect because you've attempted the first effect. So that's a no-no. So you gotta be a little bit careful with playing this card. But it's fine, because if you open up first turn, Hysteric Sign, play it. What are they gonna do? Heavy Storm you? No big deal. You're gonna get your pluses. But yeah, Summoner Monk, pitch this card, get your Chandler, use her effect, get another Harpy card out, and go into Shockmaster. A lot of decks lose to first turn Shockmaster, and it gives you the plus that you need, and that's what gives you your advantage. So right away, you already have at least a 2 to 3 card lead, as well as field presence. There's not much any deck can do after that. I have gone, the last 2 times that I've been to my locals, I have gone X and 1. I've taken first place twice with this deck, and I don't see any stopping whatsoever. So I do have a couple techs that I want to try. One being a Phalanx Pike with this deck. Long story short, it's an equipped spell card. You equip it to one of your monsters. If it gains 900 attack for every copy of the same monster, and the name, if it's like the same name in the graveyard, it gains 900. Their effects, they're all Harpies in the grave. So let's say you play it on Cyber Harpy, who's 1800, and you've got 3 other Harpies in grave. That one little Harpy is 4500 attack. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty awesome to have such a huge beat stick on the field with just 2 cards. So I'm actually going to try that instead of the Avarice. Other than that, I mean, the deck is pretty simple. It's just very explosive without many, without having like your opponent have answers to it or things like that. But I encourage everybody to try it. I mean, it's a really, really fun deck. Make it toolboxy, make it powerful, make it swarmy, make it whatever you want. It's your cards, it's your deck, play it the way it is. This is the way I like to play it. So yeah, that's enough for me.
Alrighty, guys.